This episode is brought to you by TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. Now let's check out this episode. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, this man has produced some crazy hits over the years, and he had one of the biggest songs coming out from the early 90s till right now. You know, we have in the building today, we have Father Star, Mr. Star Brown from African Star in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Give thanks to life.
Thank you so very much for joining us here on the Entertainment Report podcast today.
Yes, sir.
All right. So somebody like you, what we like to do, we like to take it right from the beginning and then bring it right up to 2021. So my first question for you is this. Where did you grow up in Jamaica, and what type of child were you?
I was a real soft person. I got beaten at school, and I go back home and I get beaten again because I wasn't defending myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that drive me to start to fight at school so I don't get beaten when I go home again.
Mm-hmm.
And that turned me into a serious person.
Right there. And what part of Jamaica did you grow up in?
I grew up in Vineyard Town,
Mm-hmm.
Rockfort.
Mm-hmm.
When I started to get unruly, I go to Rockfort to live with different people.
Mm-hmm. From there, all right. And then even your attraction to, because I know you were big into sports and stuff like that too. What was your first sports that you actually started to play?
Not really play, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The first sport that I get recognition with is swimming. I got a scholarship to go to KC.
Okay. So what got you involved with swimming? Because you know most people from the West Indies and stuff like that, they don't know how to swim. What got you into swimming?
I got into swimming by, I was a Sea Scout.
Mm-hmm.
I go to a camp and they pushed me in the pool. I couldn't swim.
Hmm.
I nearly drowned. Then I said, no, this can't work. And I started to swim.
Mm-hmm.
And I got so good that I started swimming for the school. Then KC tried to take me from St. Michael's School and give me a scholarship, but I wasn't interested in school at that point.
You weren't. So where was your mind more at that point there then?
My mind was more on the road, trying to make money, riding bicycles, riding motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
So I even learned to paint cars at an early age.
Okay. So it was like cars and all of those stuff there. So even football, because I know you were into football at one point there also.
Yeah. I used to play for all those under 15 team.
Okay.
I came to Canada when I was 16 years old.
Okay. And did you come up on a scholarship, or what was the point of leaving Jamaica and then coming to Canada at that point there?
My parents didn't want me in Jamaica because I started to make the turn that they didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Going to dance. They're definitely against that.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, dance used to be a dangerous thing in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
You go to dance, you know, this side is coming to shoot up that side. You have to jump some fence and get away.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't want me doing that, so they get me out of the country.
Yeah. What was the songs you were listening to back then before we even came to Canada?
I was listening to Gemini a lot. He used to play in Rockfort on a particular day every week.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Socialist Roots.
Mm-hmm.
Stereophonic was our like a corner sound, not a big sound yet.
Was General Echo on the song at that time there yet, or not yet?
Yeah, no, General Echo have his own sound, Echophonic.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came, he went on Stereophonic.
Got you.
Welton Irie, I was the first person that bring him to a dance.
Okay. How did you meet Welton?
We grew up on the same block.
Yeah.
And I was going to dance, and they wanted to come.
Mm-hmm.
Rankin Trevor used to give us the mic. I used to DJ too.
You used to DJ too?
Yeah, Rankin Trevor used to give us the mic. But I used to ride bike.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they did rate me as a little youth riding around and things. So they give me a chat and me pass it to Welton and them say, no, this can't work. Get this guy out of the country. So them ship me out.
What was your DJ name back then?
You know, we never really have a name. We just go to a dance and DJ. Just try get involved. I start build milk a sound from Jamaica, tube amp and all them type of things. Come again, my uncle have a club down Lansdowne and Devonport. Room at the top. And my cousin used to work in Monica record store, sell records.
Yes, of course, on Eglinton West here.
So we have all the records that we need to play there. And they realized that that was my lane. So I started play in the club until I started buy a little 15-inch here and fix up and have some little thing and start to play some basement party.
Okay, and were you as a DJ or you had named your song at this time here now?
No, at this point, we're just playing. And it's getting out of hand now. We start to call ourselves Black Star. But Black Star is already in Jamaica.
Got you, yes.
And the white people used to call me the little African boy. So my crew now starts saying African Star. And it stayed there.
And what year would you say that name came around, African Star?
That name came about 78.
78. And what other songs were you playing with in Canada, or you remember being in Canada around that time there?
At that point, there were a lot of sounds around that I was below their level. Papa Michigan, Zodiac, and that type of thing. My category was upsetter, stirgraph. That was my category, but I rise so fast because I was really crazy about the thing. So I rise really fast.
Okay, so then you're right now, African Star is bubbling in Canada. This is from the 70s, come up to the 80s. So at this time, did you have artists on the song, or you more or less playing music without artists?
I was a DJ. We have a little guy named Barry G and one named Fitzy, and we used to roll out the sound. The sound is getting to a different level now. We start entertain people like Bobby Zaro, Junior Ranks, and all those oldest Gibbons.
Okay, even Leroy Gibbons was around the song at one time.
Yeah. He came around me as a Christian.
Yeah.
Sit down in my we had like a big closet in my house, and we put the sound in there and run the wire right across to our bedroom.
Yeah.
So in the bedroom, we sit down and we play and we talk, and that's where everything started to get really out of hand. But by then, we were sending for artists in Jamaica, because if you have a particular artist on your sound that can do the thing, whether he has a name or not, dance is going to be good. So we send for all different type of artists. They come and they stay a month, 6 weeks.
Do you remember any of your first artists that you sent for one of your first big dances you did?
One of the first big dance that I did could be Linval Thompson, Early B, after. No, Mama Nancy was before Early B.
Okay.
Mama Nancy introduced me to Early B. She said I should carry Early B. Spanish teacher, and she gave me the old 100 on him. I said, okay, anything you say, Mama will send for him. Early B introduced us to Super Cat.
Okay, so first you had brought up Mama Nancy. Yeah. How did that dancer do?
Well, at those times, you know, once you come from Jamaica, and she was on different sound in Jamaica, it's gonna get out of hand.
It was a good vibe. And how long did you guys have her up here for at that time there?
Nancy was here around me for about a month.
About a month?
Because back then we were playing every week. During the week. We just go down to Fashion Tree down at Eglinton and say, Fashion, is a place available for Wednesday night? Fashion say yes. No cellular phone. We drive around and tell people, oh, we're doing a Fashion tonight. We're Fashion. And dance around.
That was it. And that was a club, or what type of venue was that there?
Fashion Tree was a tailor, and he had a big empty basement.
So a lot of these times, it wasn't even to like a hall or anything. You're bringing these artists to a basement. And these
No,
things.
when I used to send for them, I would have running me all and these bigger places. But during the week, when nothing is going on, we would put ourselves in a basement. Nicodemus, Super Cat, all of them did that around here with me.
All right, we're going to get to those stories because you said Nancy introduced you to Early B now.
Early B introduced me to Super Cat.
All right. How was your experience dealing with Early B now? Did he have any big songs at these times here, or he was just somebody coming up?
Early B had no songs. Nobody in Jamaica hardly even know him. But when I listened to his tracks, I said, this guy is something else, man. So I sent for him, then they think it was my brother.
Yeah. So Early B, how long did you guys have him up here for?
Generally, artists come, they stay with me for like a month, 6 weeks or so. Because we're playing every week and they have to accumulate things to go back.
And what was his experience coming to Canada now as a fresh artist that people didn't really hear about? How was his experience up here?
Tell you, the first night that Early B was going to work, you have Leroy Eptones and all those people was here at that point. And when we say, why Leroy, you know, so we have an artist in Wickeder than Brigadier. Me I look at you, them say, hey, move from here, you know about music, move. But when they hear what Early B was doing now, the first night, the second night, I don't have space to hold people.
Yeah. Early B on African Star. Big. Had him for a
He
while.
was not on Jaro yet.
He wasn't on Jaro at this time yet. Do you remember what year this was? Around what year?
This was about 83.
Around then. Wow, Early B. And then how did he connect you to now Super Cat?
They live in. He asked me to carry Super Cat because Super Cat has just gone through a system in Jamaica that he needs to take a break. So that break he was here.
Wow, Cat. So then it was you had Cat and Early B up here together, or was just Early B and then Cat?
Early B and then Cat.
How was your experience dealing with a younger Cat at this time here now?
Like Junior Cat?
No, like Super Cat, because remember, he's still a younger artist. Did he get his break at this time here yet, or he was still a younger artist?
He was still a younger artist than Early B. But I think Early B used to write lyrics for him. So if Early B write, learn to drive, he give Cat learn to ride, and he was writing lyrics. So the both of them always have similar lyrics.
And what was your experience dealing with a young Cat at that time there?
A young Cat at that time was the bad boy thing. It was a different spirit from Early B, and people like him. And he never stopped. He keep going.
Do you remember the first dance that you guys brought him on that was a wicked dance that you don't forget?
You know, every dance Cat DJ was good dance. Everyone. Because they know it was Early B student.
Got you.
And they kind of understand that he has his thing going.
Cat, and then you say Cat introduced you to Demas.
No, I know Demas by going to Jamaica and driving up and down with Cat and Early B them and going to dance and do all kind of thing. All of them part together.
Yeah. And you brought Demas up here also?
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Demas already made his name in Jamaica. So when Demas was coming, it was something else. Yeah, Demas was threatening Brigadier. Papa Brigadier can't test Mr. Demas. So by the time he get here, all the cassette freak know who Demas was.
And the place, and people were expecting Demas.
Demas could hold the mic and talk all night by himself. By that time, most artists used to do that.
Because it wasn't a lot of artists that were coming up. You'd bring up 1 to 2 artists sometimes, and they have to hold the mic all night.
Well, we have 100 Toronto artists there because they know who these people are. And most of these artists that would come in, they would be the star in Canada. There's the one that people would be listening to, Chester Miller, whatever.
Big Dear Demas. At these times here now, when you're bringing up these songs, did you clash with any, like a stereograph, a upset or anything with these artists on your song?
No, they weren't interested doing that with me because the level that I was doing it is like a Jamaican level, and I get to like the dub plate as soon as it start to make, and I start to make dub plates too.
Okay. Who were some of your earlier dub plates that you had cut those times there?
They have this guy in Jamaica, King Everall. Not Prince, King Everall. We used to hang out together, write lyrics together, and we'll be there and we just say, come on, we're going to do it. And we just do it, Pat and Tony, all them whole-time artists.
Because I know at that time it was more singers, because people weren't really cutting DJs at those times.
No, DJ have to come to dance and hold the mic.
Yeah.
All singers.
Yeah, and who would you say was your singer at that time there for African Star?
In special?
Yeah.
Well, my people was Dan Angelo, Pat Anthony, King Everall, all them people. Just once I go to Jamaica, I just started to get special. I didn't have to pay for it.
Okay, because this time I guess they say, okay, you're coming down from Canada, so as long as you come down, you feature their song, hopefully they'll get to come up also.
Well, they just want their song to play in Canada. Even when you send for an artist, they never ask you for money.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
They just want to come.
Yeah. And I guess they hustle and you guys work or whatever business once they're here type of thing.
Well, once they hear, oh, when I go to Canada and work with stars, I get this, I get that, everybody want to come. Because everybody's going home with X amount of whatever money, this for your family, that. That's the way we used to do it way back then.
Good. And at this time, your African stars bubbling up in the city. Who else was on the song at this time as a selector or engineer or anybody else around the song at this time here?
I was doing everything. I was lifting that sound in a dance hall. I was stringing up that sound and I was playing that sound.
So it was all by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. And did you, even without these artists now, did you end up clashing any other Canadian song at this time here?
Nobody would clash with me.
Why not?
Well, we have tuning volumes because I know Jammins from Canada.
Oh, you know him from Canada?
So when Jammins was in Jamaica, that's where I first started to go to get songs. So Jammins would have old time days. Jammins would voice songs, put them down. They're not going to be released yet. So we could get a pre-release. That used to be dub plate. No songs with your name. Pre-release, dub plate, that's it. So I could do all of that. I don't wait on 45 to come out. I go on and say, Jammins, I like this, that. And he just run them off. I don't even remember if he used to charge me. Because him know me from me like a boy, I go to Jammins dance in Canada.
Wow, that's big there. So even so then now you're the man running the dubs right now. You have all the dubs.
In Canada, at that point.
Okay, so not even clash. Who did you play alongside those times where you probably gave them a warm time at this time here now?
Playing and not playing with them, giving them a warm time, because what you need to do is get an artist that can hold that mic.
Yeah.
And I used to do that. I don't depend on Canadian. I say, okay, so-and-so is good, send for them. Even doing a stage show, I never call it a stage show. We in concert hall now, you know.
Okay, so you did some concert hall shows.
Yeah, we're not talking about a stage show. We're talking about a stage dance.
Yes.
We put the sound on the stage and the artists up there and the crowds out there and we're doing our thing. No bands. We have Nicodemus now, Liquor Twitch, Frankie Paul. So we went that route too.
Stage dance. Because at concert hall kept some of the biggest dances at that time? You're from, okay, this is concert hall, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
You understand? What other stage dances did you guys keep in concert hall?
Well, I played for other people. When I leave Canada, go to Jamaica, somebody pay me $2,000 to play my song.
Okay.
And that was 87 I left.
Mm-hmm. So all this is going on. At this time, how come you decided, did you leave or the entire song had left this time here in 87?
87, I had one of the biggest, newest technology sound in Canada among our people. Mm-hmm. But I go to Jamaica all the time. I listen to Lee's Unlimited, I listen to Youth Promotion, and everybody have a different night that they play. Mm-hmm. So we are at a dance every night. And I started saying, Sonia don't have enough song like me, Mm-hmm. I'm Sonia bad like my sound, Mm-hmm. So I take the sound to Jamaica. I didn't even plan to play it. It was in my house.
Yeah. So because remember, if you're doing all this good stuff in Canada this time and you decided to move the sound to Jamaica, what was the whole plan? Or
I just planned to leave Canada.
I got you. Yeah.
One day, I'm a bike rider too. Mm-hmm. So one day we were in bike shop, sit down, smoke some weed and all the chalice crew there and everything because me don't really smoke chalice. Mm-hmm. And play African Star cassette and a man said, the cassette you clean, man. Will you tune the sound you have, man? Mm. A man look at him and say, see the owner for the sound there. And them say, your sound? And the man say, yeah, down at the yard there. Them say the sound there, Jamaica now play. Mm-hmm. Give you a serenade Sunday. Sunday we're going to string up on serenade. Mm-hmm. Sound take off.
Right from there. Okay, so then now when you got to Jamaica, were you still playing the song or you started to recruit people to play the song?
I was still playing the song. Mm-hmm. Even when Box said them on the song, I was still playing the song.
You were still playing at that time?
Yeah. Something like what is going on now. I'm still playing the song, waiting for somebody who can deal with the song to play the song. Mm-hmm. I was playing the song. When Boxer came on the song, I just came from foreign with Mario Soft Soap.
He was the first select on the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to foreign and we come back and Boxer come and say, well, I want to play the song, Mm-hmm. I said, we introduce it to the song. Standpipe him come from. I said, okay. Our people I'm up there and we go on so till him end up on the song.
Yeah. So when you took the song back to Jamaica, where was the song based at this time here now?
I really live in Beverly Hills, and that's where the sound was.
Got you.
But yeah, standpipe up there, and there's a bike at tavern up there, the bike yard, and so I just control that like a neighborhood.
That's why a lot of people would think the song is from like standpipe and tavern and stuff like that. All right, you're getting back Boxer. So then it was Mario Soft Soap was the first one. You, Mario Soft Soap, then Boxer came along.
Yeah.
So then how did Gary Chucks and Val get involved with the song now?
Val was there because I'm playing in Grand Spin and all those area around. So Mario introduced Val. They come from Grand Spin, both of them. Mm-hmm. And it was going on good. And then Gary Chucks walk in one day and but I put the sound on my veranda and say, play some song with me here.
Yeah.
I'll know if you're ready for the street. Mm-hmm. And every day they were there. So they practice every day, and when they go out, they give it to them. I say, well, it's time for me back up. These young blood is giving it to them.
Yeah. And what, do you remember some of the earlier dances you guys started to do when you came down with the song now?
I was playing like Early B birthday party down in Cockburn Pen, and Danny Dread and all them big selector, Early B them have to come, and enough artists know me from long time, so it was a different situation. Christmas dance, and I go for the whole Don Angelo, lecturer, everybody. At that point, people just started to play DJ special and song.
Got you.
So they're DJing that, oh, you play them on special, but we have them live, and we have all tons of artists live.
Mm-hmm. And what year was this where the team actually came together now?
Like box and them?
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about 88, 89, 90.
Mm-hmm. And 90 is when the team formed together
Yeah,
as the Boxer Val, Gary Chucks, Mario Safso.
Yeah, they're coming together. Mario gets off, Boxer rough him up too much, him back out. But Val is a determined guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that this guy was musically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
When you do like that, he's going to play some songs.
Yeah.
He couldn't talk on the mic. I said, no, practice.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, he started practice on the mic, and he's a good guy.
Even because this time juggling now, do you remember the first time you guys met like a Stone Love or a Metro Media or even a Silverhawk or something this time when you guys are fresh in the place?
The first time Donny Dread listened to the sound when I played in Backyard,
Mm-hmm.
he said, this is the sound that is going to get out Silverhawk. And in reality, that was the truth that happened. Because we both have the same neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. What was it like when African Star and Silverhawk met up the first time?
You know that Barzy leaves Silverhawk and came on African Star?
No, boss.
So Silverhawk didn't have much strength with me.
Mm-hmm.
So from then, no matter who Silverhawk put on that song, couldn't manage me. Even when Steeler come, we still killing Silverhawk.
Mm-hmm.
The last big dance with we and Silverhawk, Student Union. We beat Silverhawk like a slave. It's over for Silverhawk.
That was the end of that.
Yep, Silverhawk just vanished away.
And this is because, remember, this is the big bad Silverhawk with Steely, producer and all this at this time here, What was it about African Star where Silverhawk couldn't get around African Star?
Steely is above most of these normal junior artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the same level as them. Them could walk up to me, hey, Star, da, da, da. And we all understand each other and we can rap together. And if you can't go in the studio, come on, me I do special, come.
Mm-hmm.
And then bottom for the gate. Star, in my work? Yeah. In my work? In my work? In my work? All of them are work. Let them come.
Mm-hmm.
And want to have the experience. So when the song come and me hear the song, me can alter the song.
Mm-hmm.
Still only wait till you boss.
That was the real difference.
We can play lots of new songs with them that have.
Mm-hmm. And that was the biggest area rival was African Star and Silverhawk.
Not really, because after a while, the area wasn't it anymore because we are flying out and we are playing all over the island and all these people we know from Canada from day one. We get the port, them come for playing for them neighborhoods. So we kind of make our name. When was a big election, nobody no want to play. Me play. It was no problem to me.
Yeah.
Me play Tower Hill. Admiral Bailey, Yellow Man, Ninja Man, the whole 100 yard when Ninja Man just have. Now I'm gonna love it. Now I'm gonna love it. PMP shot, labor right.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else says, Star, don't go.
Yeah.
That's no problem with it. Me go.
Yeah. And you guys are doing your stuff. So, okay, you guys in Silverhawk. You remember the first time you guys played with Stone Love?
Not really, but we played so many times.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, Stone Love was calling us to come to Australia to play. Because he want me bring my crowd down there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably trying to snatch my crowd. But my crowd is authentic uptown crowd.
Yeah.
Stone Love couldn't take that crowd.
Mm-hmm. So you guys did even like a Metro Media, Inner City, and Gemini. Because remember, you said you were listening to Gemini before.
Yeah.
But then now you brought down your sound. Did Gemini African Star play?
No.
You guys never got a chance?
Gemini was mostly playing at his club when I go to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Welton Irie was playing the sound that time. And the whole slack thing was going on down there that I never liked, so
Mm-hmm.
Gemini take time fade out. go dancing and all them things that go on meanwhile sound I play. Never sound like a sound I play.
Yeah, definitely. What other clashes, early clashes, did you guys get into at that time there too?
Almost every little sound, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they come from tavern or standpipe. Right now, my technician that is on the sound right now that have the sound in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. Technician had a sound. And we went to play that night, and when I trash him that night, eventually that sound don't play no more. He end up on my sound from those time until this time.
But what was the name of that sound there?
I tried to remember just now when I was going to bring it up. You know? But them never have no name still. Mm-hmm. Never have no name.
Got you. All this is going on good. When did you connect with Capleton now?
The first time I played in backyard when they asked me to serenade.
Mm-hmm.
And so much DJ was there and everything that all of the bike man them and the mechanic them start saying, Stars, the youth here. But so much people DJ that. I say when I listen to cassette, me telling them. I'm listen to cassette and no matter what me do, them say, this youth here. Mm-hmm. I'm say, all right, youth up on the sound now. Ninja was already on the sound. Sometimes when Shabba and them give interview, you hear it and Beenie Man. Shabba was on the sound too. Beenie Man was on the sound too.
Because when Shabba came to the sound, was he Shabba already or he was co-pilot when he got there?
No, when he come, he was Shabba with Nigla Pum Pum. That's all he had.
Okay.
But him and Ninja Man a good friend, and we're playing at Ninja Man house, Mall Road, every week. I think it's every Tuesday or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Ninja Man pulling Shabba for come. I mean, it kind of like the course vice, and that's all he had. Mm-hmm. And they'd go on to the thing every week, and Welton Irie and all of them build up them status right on Ninja Man veranda.
Crazy. That's crazy to even know that all of these artists were on African Star.
And them boss. And when Shabba give interview and Beenie Man and all them, they will tell you about that. Mm-hmm. I hear them talk that and several chin interview. The idea me hear Capleton and Beenie Man a fight on Wilford Williams and it's still going back to way back now.
Yeah. Crazy. Shabba, Ninja. Who else was on the song as somebody that really bust after the fact who was on African Star?
By the time Baby Wayne and Paned and them come around, the DJ and sound kind of phase out. It's juggling now. Mm-hmm. But them a part of the crew too.
Baby Wayne, Panhead, because I know even after, because we're going to go forward to come back. I mean, I know this is when, like, Jah Cure, Sizzla, Military Man, Determined, Anthony B, all of them were part of this African Star thing at that point there. But this is now the early 90s we're talking about here. Yeah. Okay, so even with Capleton now, so then you said you went back, you listened to cassette, and they were telling you, this is the man here. What was his style that you said, okay, you know what? Let me work with this man here.
This man had lyrics. All he needed to do was control his voice and control his thing. Mm-hmm. And the only person he reminds me of was Early B. Because Early B is that person that come and spit lyrics like crazy. Mm-hmm. And I say, yeah, I'm going to start working him on a sound. Him go down a jammings and voice a tune for Bravo. And although I was taking him to foreign without a song.
Okay, so then when he was on the song, because you came back to Canada to play some dances.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bring Early B. No, sorry. I bring Ninja, Flower, Colin Roach, all add name, Capleton, no name.
What year was this?
That could be 92.
90. Or it might be a bit earlier because I know by probably 90 or 91, Capleton had Bomber, right? So this is probably, we're talking about 90 or 89-ish type of time.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when everybody finished trash the dance, but I was whispering at me and say, hey, it's your time now for prove yourself, you know. Because Ninja have name already and Flower got on all them, you know. And them just go out there and hold the mic for the rest of the night and done the place.
On African Star. This was one of those concert hall type of dances?
Yeah, I don't remember which venue it was, but it was a big venue.
Capleton there, wow. So then you said he recorded for Bravo. I think that was number one Panaloco chart?
Yeah.
Those songs there.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to, okay, you know what? It's now time for African Star Music to start producing stuff. When did you start producing?
You start to ask me to be the manager, and I tell him that, hey, I'm a person that will run off, you know. And if I'm your manager, I can't do that, you know. So this have to be a serious thing, you know. And while he's fluttering somewhere around there now, I start saying, I have to hit the studio. So I started hit the studio. I used to tell Steely all the tracks that I'm going to make. But because I'm not that frequent in the studio, Steely go and do it. And I say, oh, my ideas are good. So
what was the idea where you say, okay, you probably told him and then you seen this come to light. You said, okay, I could work with this.
Well, after I started telling him, oh, I'm going to lick so-and-so a rhythm and I'm going to do this, that, he go and do it. Then I started to say, don't tell Steely nothing, just go to the studio and do it. And I started to go to the studio and do it. When I started to produce my songs, and I go to Washington and meet up with a guy named Dave Rubin. So I'm trying to let him sign Capleton. Dave Rubin look at me and say, I don't like those tracks that Steely and Cleaver makes. All I hear is, we want songs with substance. So I go back to Jamaica now and say, well, I can't follow that trend. So I start to fix up my thing now and make it with all the music, the percussions, and fill it up with stuff, and it just went.
And what studio were you recording out of?
I work at Music Works. They always give me the graveyard shift, and I'm tired like crazy. I never work in mixing lab, but I'm trying to get in mixing lab. They still give me graveyard time. Then I started make a name now, and I can get any time I want.
Yeah. So you really started producing because of Capleton?
Yeah.
So he was actually some of your first songs that you'd put out was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was producing for lots of the younger generation that didn't have a chance in the studio. So my thing was their opportunity to get out there. I have tons of songs in Jamaica, ridiculous tapes.
That you still haven't released yet?
Yeah. I have Freddie McGregor, Jimmy Riley, all type of artists that I didn't release yet. Gregory Isaac, all type. I can put out an album right now with Capleton.
Yeah.
I can put out an album right now with Michael Rose. I don't need no more songs.
Yeah.
I have enough.
That's wild there. We're going to go down that producing journey in a minute there. So what was your first hit that you got with Capleton?
Capleton first hit from my... Well, we had a lot of songs leading up to hit. But like the real international hit, put on the wings of the morning and fly. And it goes on there.
So that came before tour or that came after tour?
That came after tour.
Because I know tour was the one that really broke him into that market there because he had Bomba Red, number one Panaloco chart, but none of those were recorded for you. But the one that really took him to that market there was tour.
Because we went over by Signet and we were trying to get a deal. Because I'm trying to let him get a deal. That at that time everybody is getting deal. I'm trying to let him get a deal. So I'm shopping him around, all around. And Liquor John, Atlanta, Georgia. He was an engineer.
Okay.
So there was a guy working with Signet that put it together and said, hey, look at John, we'll do it for you, but Russell got a hard time because Russell thing and Slick Rick and blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, I'm willing to take the chance. So Jamaica will come from, look how much tune Sanchez sing over. And we take the chance and put out the tune. Russell called me up and say, hey, it's our rhythm, I don't know what you're saying on it, but it's going on good. And different record companies start running at me now.
Okay, so at first you were trying to get to them, and then now after the remix came out, the tour remix came out, now they started to look for you.
Yeah.
Who else? Okay, because I know you guys signed with Def Jam. Do you remember who else was looking for you guys at that time? Who else you guys were entertaining?
Atlantic Records, lots of different big company. That girl over Atlantic Records, she's offering a certain money. Russell's offering a certain amount. Those people in England, who were they again? BBC, them. They were offering a certain amount, and I say, you know what happened? The first cut is the deepest. Make sure you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
So Def Jam just decided, that's what you want? Okay. And he give us what we want, and he start to let us do the remixes, Wings of the Morn, Why Do the Eden Range. They all hit the billboard, and things are just going crazy, and we're just out there.
Yeah, because I know you guys did the remix. Little John did the remix, the tour. Which one was Method Man on? You guys did either a song or a remix with Method Man.
Method Man came in on one of the songs because of Def Jam connection, because he was there with me, and we did that remix and put it out. I think it's Why Do the Eden Rage. Why Do the Eden Rage? It could be Wings of the Morning,
I think
it's Wings of the Morning.
I think it's Wings of the Morning.
Yeah. And we have Q-Tip and all of them coming in on combination with us, and because we had to put out a nice hip-hop album.
Because the first album I think you had put out with Capleton was Good Soul?
Yeah, that was all VP.
And then when you guys signed and you guys got the deal, that was when you had put out the Prophecy album.
Yeah.
What was it like working on the album there for Def Jam now?
Def Jam, Russell, he definitely, like, you'd say, well, you guys know what you're doing. You just do your thing. And if I want to do something that is a problem, I go and say, Russell, we need to do so and so and so. You see, okay? And it happened. One phone call, it happened.
Because at this time you're dealing with Russell Simmons directly.
Yeah. He likes to deal with me directly, where a lot of people can't deal with him directly because he think we are unruly, and he like the unruly thing. We just make a song and put it out, and the place is going crazy.
Yeah. So now you guys had put out this first album here, Prophecy. What did that do for your career, and where did that kind of take you guys at this time here now?
It did a lot for us. We started doing shows with all hip-hop artists, Queen Latifah, name it, everybody's backstage, and we are on that show, Old Dirty Bastard, the Old 100 Yards. We're there as a little reggae in this big hip-hop show. All of them big shows, we're doing those shows now.
I'm going to go back once to go back forward. Why did Capleton decide to lock up at that time there now?
He did a song that once I was lost and now I am found. And once he did that song, he was going to Bubba Hill. So he go past my teaching now and he gone to Bubba Hill. And they're telling him that Emmanuel is God and all this thing. And he's taking it really serious. Emmanuel live every time. So every song was Emmanuel first. Marcus Garvey Selassie. I say, no, Selassie first. Oh, leave him alone. And he started to do his thing, and it worked for him.
From there. And at this time, were you linking with Panhead at this time here also?
Yeah, Panhead is part of our crew no matter what. If you even go into England or so, and Panhead is not on it, we try to put him on it so that you get exposed. Because we don't play, we'll drag you with us to let you get exposed.
Okay, so he was on some of the shows with you guys also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are in England on tour, we carry him. He get to go around and people hear him and thing, but he wasn't coming to Canada or the U.S.
Oh, he didn't get to come to Canada or U.S.?
He's an unruly kid too.
So it was basically Capleton and Panhead on the road, or there was more you guys on the road also at that time there?
Well, our thing was moving much fast, so whenever I can drag them throughout the Caribbean, and so Jah Cure, all of them, we drag them down the Caribbean. Jamaica, we're trying to expose them any which way we can do it, because they're not going to give them a visa that easy to go to the States. And nobody want to pay them to come to Canada at that point. So we carry them the other route and carry them Europe.
What was it like meeting a young Jah Cure at that time there?
Little Melody, 14, 15 years old, get peer trouble. So eventually everybody start ras up now, and you're Jah Thunder, and you're Jah Glory, and you're Jah this, and you're Jah that. And him come from country every month, and maybe him come from with pure old cure weed. You're Jah Cure, because pure old cure you have.
Yeah. That's wild. I didn't even know that's how he really came up with the name, because I knew he had a name before that.
Yeah, everybody, Little Melody. Liquor Flipper, gone turn Flipper Mafia.
He was part of the early camp also.
We pressure all of them for go school, and we will make you get fly out, and all of them start go back to school.
Wow. But even Panhead here now. What was the situation surrounding his death? Because he was still part of the camp at that time here now?
We'll pull him whenever we can, because we grow fast, and he was still on that level. So you have to pay attention to the person that is with the team more, and when we can pull you down there or pull you down there, we do it.
Crazy. So with his death, where were you guys, or how did the camp feel when Panhead had died at that time there now?
Capleton get mad, man. Capleton the cold-blooded murderer. Shouldn't kill the innocent soldier. And them get mad, man. I couldn't wait for the song. The song make quick. Run the voices for Jack Scorpio.
Because even at this time, you were still managing and touring and all this stuff there, but I guess you liked when he recorded for other people, or that was just how the music was done at that time?
No, well, at one point, I stopped him from recording for producers who can't put him to the other level, because I'm working hard for you to go there. So why should this guy that just jump in and do it like that? So it was like Fattest, Fat Eye Bulby, a wee boss Bulby too.
Okay.
Yeah, Bulby used to just come on studio and not now go on film. And one day, it was Bulby next engineer name. So I look at him one day and say, "You think you can take a voice?" I said, "Yeah, man." So come. I'm going to take the voice. And when I'm running off a song sound like it mix. So I start using him all the time.
Crazy. Just like that. So then now, we're talking about Def Jam. You guys are doing your stuff. So the first album did good for Capleton. You're saying you guys did a lot of shows and all that stuff there.
Yeah. Movie, everything they introduced Capleton to, what Capleton don't want to do. The movie stuff.
Do you remember what movie it was?
How to Be a Player.
Capleton was supposed to act in it, or his music was supposed to be
He was to be in it, and he was doing all kind of things, so they just put his song.
His song's in that movie? Never knew that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wow, a lot of stuff there. And then you guys did another, the second album on Def Jam was I Testament?
Yeah.
How did that album do for your career now, for his career now?
I Testament was a higher level of songs and everything. But by then, Capleton is too much overboard with himself.
What do you mean by that?
Capleton's supposed to do a song with Erykah Badu. They sent us 4 songs. At that point, Erykah Badu just trying to come on the road. Capleton wouldn't do it. She went on tour at Montel Jordan. She bust.
So you guys had the chance to do music with her before she got her bus.
We had a chance to do a song with Montel Jordan before him bust. and Capleton wouldn't do the song, and they send the song by itself, and the song get out of hand and sell 1 million, and I say, well, trust me, if you were on that song, no matter what, you'd have your fair share.
So what was the issue at this time here? Why he didn't want to record these songs, or with certain? What was the issue at that time there? Now,
I think he was too much in his heights. I don't know if everything was so much overwhelming with him that he think that these people is trying to jump on his bandwagon, and I'm trying to let him know that no, that's not the way it is. It's a circle of things. What goes around comes around. So you never want to do it.
Wow. So then, how did this second album do for you guys now on Def Jam?
Well, by then we were really in the streets, and people know us, and Russell is giving us money to promote ourselves as well. So we'd go out and do 20, 30, 40 jingles for various radio stations. So by the time we get to that town, city, state, whatever, we are already on their stuff. We don't just send them songs, we send them jingles. Oh, big up Muscle, blah, 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 blah. And so, we get Moses sold out shows even by himself.
And you guys were still you guys were still on the big label. So then, no, you guys were you guys supposed to do a third album, or was it only 2 albums you guys had signed for?
We actually signed for 5 albums, and Russell was fed up with Capleton not doing what he's supposed to do when he's supposed to do it. So they started drop it, and I asked VP to take the next album, and they did.
And which album
I get
was
an exemption from Russell to do it because they were actually wanted to hold him down. And I said, no.
And this is because I guess you had the relationship directly with Russell. You could speak to him.
Yeah, I could just call him and say, Russell, things are not working, and we're going to do something with VP and so on. And he said, well, okay, go ahead. So he just give us an exemption and we move on.
What album was that VP had put out there?
More Fire.
And that was another big one that he had put out. Yeah. And what did you find was the biggest difference at that time dealing with a Def Jam to a VP?
Well, a Def Jam now is going to give you money to do a video. A VP ain't going to do that. And they'll help you along your way. Wherever you're going, you're going to a white man's state. There's no black people coming to that show. He has the link to make something happen there. VP don't care. You have to pull your own weight.
That's a real difference dealing with an American big label to like a reggae dancehall type of label. That was what your experience was. Yeah. Okay, so then you guys, so I guess after you guys started dealing with VP, that's when you guys dissolved the Def Jam relationship. So you started, so what were your next moves? VP, okay, that's coming out. What were some of your next moves now as a producer?
At that point, I started travel Africa 95 because I was studying this thing that is going on right now. I was reading the New World Order from 88, 89 and see what these people were up to, and I decided I check out all of Jamaica. I say, what the Bible is telling you about and this hills and where you have to run to, it's not in Jamaica. Let me check out Africa. And I was checking out Africa, and I get really attached to Africa.
Okay. So you had moved to Africa, or you were just back and forth between?
I was going back and forth. In 99, I pack up a big sound system in a 40-foot container and ship it down there.
Okay, so remember now, the deal is the sound was built in Canada, moved to Jamaica, and then moved to Africa.
Yeah, that was a brand new song going to Africa from the one that I brought from Canada.
Yeah, okay, so you still had African Star was still in Jamaica at this time here now?
No, we scrapped down everything. We are building new speakers, new everything, and ship it to Africa.
Did you bring any of the selectors, or what was the plan to do with the song when you got to Africa?
I brought selector.
Yeah.
I brought engineer. I brought a chef.
What?
And I brought my family.
Yeah. Wow. Who did you bring as selector to play the song at that time there?
Harry Joe is still in Africa.
Harry Joe.
He was one of the last one that came on the song.
Mm-hmm.
He's still in Africa, crying for me to come back right now. I'm building a new sound to take there. I'm getting some speakers that are 3,000 watt, 21 inch, line array, everything to ship there.
Africa. So how long were you out there for?
I was there from 99 to 2004, but actually, if you add up everything from 95.
And what was the scene like out there opposed to now? Because you guys traveled all over the place doing shows and like that. What was the reggae scene like in Africa when you got there?
Morgan Heritage have Father Morgan Delroy, his brother Asha, Michael Asha. Asha look at me and say, "Why I don't know you're going to make it down here now because these people not going to listen to reggae music, you know." He was wrong.
Yeah.
In the space of no time, we had some crowd ridiculous listening to the song. Like 30,000 people will be there listening to the song. Crazy numbers of people show up all the time. Because you have like Guinness, Star Beer, Rexona Deodorant, Adam FM, Vive FM, Gold FM, all these people is promoting the song because they need something to give it to all those people that is coming out for their promotion. And they're paying good money for that because they're promoting their product and they need something to give it to them. So we had a good vibes there.
Crazy. This is Ghana here. And did you do any shows out there also?
Yeah, we did lots. No, I didn't promote any myself, like with artists or anything, but we did lots of shows. Lots of shows. Because we would set up the sound and let the bands come in our mix and one level from there. Freddie McGregor come, he's going on tour, we are doing it. Whoever come, they don't have any big sound.
Yeah.
So our sound was it.
Got you. And how come, because I know everywhere you were, you seem to be doing shows. How come you didn't do any shows at that time there then?
I think we were comfortable with what was going on there for us. Because the amount of people that was coming out was ridiculous.
Yeah. So you were good with that. There was some stuff that I wanted to get into, even some of your dub plates. Because I know even with Capleton did a lot of combos. One that stands out in my mind in particular is Capleton and Garnet Silk on African Star. How did you connect with Garnet Silk?
Garnet Silk, Major Jamaica and me's bridging before Garnet Silk come about.
Okay.
Even though Jamaica come to Canada, he still find me and come and look for me. And we were going out together. Ricky Trooper tried to get the deal done, but he couldn't get it done. Capleton is unruly, he's not going. So me just them say, "Hey, Garnet down a jar of stew there, you know. So we my wait point, come and go down there." And we just got down there. 4 Capleton and Garnet 6 special me have. Everybody think it's 1, but it's 4.
It's 4 of them you have. How come, or did you get a chance to record Garnet Silk?
No,
Or it was only dub plates?
The only dub plates, I didn't record him. Bobby's Digital, Jamaica, Savala, sang them.
How come you didn't get a chance, or how come you guys never got to record?
Maybe it wasn't in my interest at that point. Because a lot of people running after him, and I'm sitting down with him every day.
Because sometimes that's what it is. When you look back, it's the obvious one. The obvious one would be a Garnet Silk. But when you're with them all the time, it's like you're in the mix. So it's like,
Right.
okay, we'll link up when we get a chance to link up.
That's like a lot of people running after Dennis Brown. And just when Dennis Brown died, we just finished a world tour.
You were on tour with Dennis Brown.
Yeah, we just finished a world tour, Reggae Sound Splash. We go through America, Canada, and take the plane and go to Japan and all over the place, and still doing tour.
So when you say you guys were on a tour, you were managing Dennis Brown at this time, or how were you involved?
He was on the Reggae Sound Splash tour, the world tour. I think Tommy Cowan was a person that was in charge by then. Yeah, like 3-4 bus loaded with artists and some trucks loaded with equipment driving across America.
So you were on as the sound system, or what was your role?
No, I was Capleton manager on the tour, and I was doing some road management as well, helping with the papers and everything.
Okay, because Capleton was on this tour with Dennis Brown, right across the U.S.
Yeah.
Crazy. Did you get a chance to record anything with Dennis Brown?
No, not like a 45.
Yeah.
And because Dennis Brown was smoking, he's kind of unruly, and I'm not really into what's going on and going bribe him with no negative energy and nothing like that. So we just get like a 2-3 special and cool, and we're good.
Crazy. Who else do you have on dub that you never got to produce a 45 with? A big special artist.
Lots of artists. Maxi Priest and Capleton combination. Lots of artists.
But you never did any recording with Maxi Priest.
No.
Big Youth?
I know Big Youth from me. A little boy, me used to go matches lane, go buy pants length. Big Youth know me. So me and Big Youth never have a problem. As a matter of fact, me was one of the first sound start to play Big Youth and Special. We actually made the rhythm in the studio for Big Youth to voice on it. We made the rhythm for Toots to voice on it. There was no rhythm there.
Yeah.
We'd have to use a track that have voice in it already. So we have to make one.
And that's how you guys, because you see the good thing with African Star, what I've seen is like, with the sound system, that was where you're doing the productions, they're playing the sound, so then a lot of the times the dubs were on you guys' rhythms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like, okay, like how Stone Love was doing it, because they were doing some producing too, African Star was doing the same thing, where you're producing and playing these songs on their own rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And even that place where Stone Love is at, I was the first one in that area. Dancehall Queen.
Yeah.
I own that property. They film everything on that property.
For the movie Dancehall Queen.
Yeah. That's why Beenie man tell you, when me go down to African Star, Mr. Chuck come west. That's our place.
Yes.
Since you can dance so good, meet me down to African Star tonight. Paul Campbell, I went to school with him.
With Paul Campbell. I know Paul, he frequents up here a lot sometimes too.
He come at my shop and check me all the time. People get crazy. Is that him?
Yeah. No, it's like you were always surrounded by the music.
I get dropped into it earlier. I don't know. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I can't leave it. Even when I say I quit, it doesn't work. I come to Canada, I don't plan to play no sound up here or anything. No. While my brethren open a shop on Jane Street, him say, come play some 45 on some LP. I'm going to go around and play. And I'm say, go on good, you want to play every Friday? And so I play that good. All right, me play. Then them start with me and Stereograph play, me and display. Them draw me downtown and I start play about the song. I never know who would play about the song.
That's crazy. What was it like meeting and working with young Sizzla?
Very obedient when them just start. Very obedient. Most of them, maybe your name, let them have some form of fear of you, but when they start to deal with people like me, they find out that easy to deal with.
Like that, because I know you guys didn't do a lot of recordings, but you guys recorded some big songs too.
Yeah.
And even somebody like a young Anthony B. How did you guys connect?
I know Anthony B is the same person to me. If you see me right now, the energy, different. I know my tempo, and they know when it change, and they know it's the same. People know when your energy change.
Because at these times, when you met Anthony B, did he have any hit songs yet, or this time he was still a young artist?
No hit song. He was just coming same as Fireman when Capleton is Fireman already.
Crazy. And I know somebody else that you did some early work with too was Louie Culture.
Yeah, oh boy. I'm name Brown and me name Brown. It's easy.
Yeah. Because you were like dealing with a lot of Rasta artists, because were they a lot of them Rasta these times when you first met them?
Well, most people was, if them don't even have them locks, they were looking to that direction. So it was easy to deal with most of them. Them know if them come to me with a dirty tune, I'm not gonna take it. Later saw all of them beg me and say, Mama, this kind of rhythm don't fit your song, them, you know. She said, put me on one of them rhythm, man. I say, well, you know, up here, Congo drum and different thing from where you do. When we build a rhythm where you fit, me put you on one, but I still never vice her.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the slack thing.
Because I find it was a lot of DJs that you were dealing with. You didn't have too many singers around you. Yeah. It worked. That's the way you designed it, or it just happened to work out that way?
Most singers is singing over song. And I remember one, we were at a show and they look at Anthony Malvo and say, is this song your song? And he said, no, it's a sing over. And right away, they didn't want to speak to him again because he had a sing over song. So when you're singing over, it never really interests me. But when you DJ now, you come with the original lyrics where I can relate to a record company, whatever, what is going on here. They say, well, it's your rights and everything. You didn't do muscles stuff. The record company don't want to sing over song. So all those things that I learned and going through the record companies, I make sure when I do my thing, I don't have no problem saying, oh, you know, it's Whitney Houston.
And stuff like that. Because even, you brought his name up earlier, Baby Wayne. How did you connect with a Baby Wayne now? And do you have any songs with Baby Wayne?
Yeah.
You do?
I have songs that don't even release.
With Baby Wayne. How did you guys connect now? Because now he wasn't in that Rasta type of vibes. He was a different type of artist.
They have one named Polish. Him sound like Baby Wayne. Full of stammer. He continued to tell me that stars, you are wicked now. But Baby Wayne coward when I'm coming studio door, them run him out. You have the tune? No, leave. So when I go in the studio now, Baby Wayne, Father, me can't come? I say, come. Stars in my work? Yes, come. So me is in passport to the studio. So him just start doing things. But him have the lyrics them, but certain part them kind of weak where me never really like still. But him have him own style, every man have a different style. Actually, since him dead enough, people rate him. They want to give him a rip break back then.
Because I know it was really Capleton and even Wronghead. Capleton, Wronghead, Panhead, and Baby Wayne, they were like
the
real
crew. Family.
Yeah, but Capleton got the big boss. Panhead was supposed to, but then he died. But then, like, when Baby Wayne was getting into problems, smoking and all that stuff there, it was Capleton was really the one saying, yo, come and trying to really bring... Him and Wronghead, as a matter of fact, were the two really trying to work with Baby Wayne at the time.
So we take him from over the waters, carry him uptown, give him a room that we can eyeball him. But Baby Wayne loved the thing.
Where were you when Baby Wayne died, and what do you remember hearing about Baby Wayne at that time there?
I came back from Africa, was building a new building in Jamaica, put up my studio, and Baby Wayne was sleeping right across the road in a park. because they sell crack up the road. Baby Wayne don't know it's my building. I tell him anytime Baby Wayne find out his problem. So when Baby Wayne find out he was on the site every day.
Yeah.
But they say whatever he was sick with when he come from England killed him. Couldn't believe that he died.
Yeah. The great Baby Wayne. Because, again, I read Baby Wayne. I remember going to Jamaica a couple times and seeing Baby Wayne in Record Factory, him, Elephant Man and stuff.
Yeah.
And you see when Baby Wayne starts to freestyle in that studio, everybody's paying attention and the studio mash up Baby Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Baby Wayne have lyrics, style.
That's what it was. He had a different type of style.
Yeah, different energy.
And from
Because
there,
them stammer too, you know.
yeah.
So somewhere along the line, that stammer work out with him stuff.
He turned it into a style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to a Baby Wayne. All right, you guys would think there. Even I'm going to go to the song, keep on a couple more, and then we're going to move forward from there. When did African Star really start to slow down in Jamaica? What year? Because you guys didn't have a long run. You guys were around for about 4 or 5 years?
At a peak, to where it fall off, I just leave and went to Africa.
Oh, I see what happened. Yeah.
Muta Baruka. She start too much big sound there. Jamaica, you know, so them people need that sound. And then I went there and play on a program named Panafest, where the whole world come together. So after I played on Panafest, I decided that I was going to stay anyway. So we stayed, play Nigeria, play all over Ghana. Went to Nigeria for a weekend and ended up staying for a month. I have to cry to them and tell them, hey, I have obligation back in Ghana and I have to leave.
Yeah. And what's it like out in Africa, especially from a reggae point of view where you're going out there to play reggae music?
When it just started, it looked like it was a lot of work. But once it gets started, people was coming like crazy. People was just coming. It was good. Never have a problem. Because most of the big company, they were the one who was employing me. And money that I cannot get in Canada, I was getting paid in Ghana that money.
That's crazy to even hear you say something like that.
Yeah. They were paying me even more than what I was getting in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I asked one of my people the other day, King Lagazi, I said, Lagazi, big crowds are still coming out to dance like when I was there. Him say, Father, you know you different, da. But it's COVID time, so I don't know.
Crazy African journey there. Capleton, now, how long were you managing Capleton for?
It seems like ever since I go down there, 87, 88, and start to play that sound, Capleton have been around until seriously we start to do the management thing. So they know me from day one with Capleton. When I go to Africa, 99, I was still booking shows for him. I come back from Africa, military and all of them, and Father, the prophet, and say, hey, I don't want to get in no problem with what's going on around the prophet right now, so it's better I don't manage him again. But I didn't really want to go on the road anymore. This thing that is going on now, I know about it, and I was trying to avoid being on the road and get caught up with this type of thing. Even when I went to Africa just now, they asked me to tour Europe, and Della Danger wanted to bring me South America. So what I was really planning to do is take one of my youth them from Jamaica and we hit the road. But coronavirus locked down everything.
It just didn't work out. Okay, so you guys basically, you're the one that took yourself away from the Capleton situation because you didn't really want to go on the road anymore.
I didn't want to go on the road anymore, and because the Def Jam situation breakdown and price drop and all of that. I say, I work for these money already. Why I'm going to go and work for these money again? We're making $35,000, $40,000 when we're working in Def Jam per show. My percentage was great. Why it's going to drop down to this price and I'm still going on the road? Just because he wasn't listening to what I have to put in, because he's get large now. So Africa was on my mind. I wanted to bring him there, not to live there, but I wanted to have the experience of what was going on. But I think they misinterpret the whole situation because they know I was going. Nobody stopped me from doing what I want to do. I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm going. I like it.
World traveling, yeah, because I know you still. When was the last set of songs you produced for Capleton?
Even when I came back from Africa, I was still producing songs.
Oh, you were still producing songs.
When I came back from Africa, I produced one named The City Lock, Reach a Japan and the Whole Place Lock, Reach a Senate Block. And then a company in France wanted it for a soundtrack. And VP Stick It Up. And all the artists that was on the rhythm, they wanted to remix everything and put it to a different level. And VP spoiled it.
The business is an interesting business, you understand? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Even talking about business, when do you actually learn the business of the business?
I've been buying records when I was 8, 9 years old. And coming up by playing the sound in Toronto, booking the sound, getting artists, because at one point you don't deal with artists anymore, you have to deal with a manager. The first manager I had to deal with was Frankie Paul manager. And you're learning that old system, so when they get you involved, you know which step you have to take. You go and you meet a Dave Rubin or one of these big guys from a record company, and you learn from the rules that they're putting in to move forward with doing business. So you implement the same business and move forward.
So publishing royalties, mechanical royalties, and all this is when you're learning.
Okay. Well, I was learning about that a long time. Junior Reed singing about drink she want, drink, quote my royalty, and just the other day get a check from the PRS. So you know that there is money for your song being played and mechanical rights and all the different rights.
And would you say the music business has been good to you?
I don't have no complaint about the music business. I like it, and everything that it done to me, I really appreciate it.
Because you got in from early, and again, it's like, I know the music business is where if you're dealing with 20 artists, all you need is one to take off, and that will make up for the other 19 that you were dealing with. And you were one of those producer, sound owners, label owners that got that artist that broke through, and everything else worked for you.
Kokoti asked me to manage him when I came back from Africa, a lot of artists. But I wasn't ready for the road anymore.
Yeah.
And most of my contacts in California, all over that do the big shows, Reggae on the River, all them shows. When I wasn't managing Capleton anymore, they say, any artist you have, I'll take that artist.
But it's just you didn't want to go back on the road. Do you feel that same way today? Do you think you'd go back on the road, or you don't really want to do road?
I'd go back on the road with the sound system, but not with an artist.
How come?
I don't want to put too much energy in someone else. And at the end of the day, they think that they have so much power that they can do whatever. But if I have my sound and this is my sound, I can do whatever I want with it. Somebody come and say, Stars, I need a sound for next week. I say, okay, no problem. I can't do that with an artist. I have to discuss it with the artist.
Got you.
And back then, I think it was much easier than now. Most artists right now, As soon as they see the grass over there look like it getting green, they will jump ship. They will jump ship when you already put so much in. So managing an artist right now can be a joke. I see these artists, they doesn't even have a good year in the business or 2 good hit song, and they change 3-4 managers.
It's a different beast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One name I didn't bring up that I forgot to bring up, but I know you'll know. An artist named Bounty Hunter. Okay?
Yeah.
Whatever happened with Bounty Hunter?
He's in England.
He's in England.
Yeah.
Because I know this is the same Bounty Hunter that had the issue with Bounty Killer.
Yeah, over name.
So at that time, was Hunter your artist, or he was just around at that time there?
He was attracted to what we were doing, and because of going to Matthews Lane and I have connection to Matthews Lane, he's from Matthews Lane, so the link was like that.
Everybody asks, what happened to this man here? Because he just disappeared one day.
Yeah, he went to England.
Yeah. The Hunter. You're back in Canada now. I know a couple of years ago you said, okay, you're back in Canada, starting to move the song. How has it been from you came back to Canada now?
I really didn't come back to play the song or anything, but I'm living over in Markham and all of that, and I come downtown and hang out with some of the people that I know. They asked me to play in their shop. They're opening a shop, and I started play. They asked me to play every week, and I started to practice. Once you think I'm good enough, I start to practice. They think they're rinsing me out, but I'm really practicing while you think you're abusing me. So people listen to what I'm playing, and they start to take me out of that zone and put me in different zone. And I even stopped doing special, and I started with specials again.
Okay, you'd stopped all of that too?
Yeah. When I went to Africa, I cut that off.
Yeah.
I say it have no resale value. It's a personal thing. So I stopped, and they pulling me out. So I end up start to freshen up the thing again.
Because remember, you have this crazy catalog from before. So put on a couple new songs, mix it up with the old ones.
It's good to go.
Yeah. Crazy. Because I know at one point you had connected with Junior D.
Yeah.
How did you guys connect?
I played at a dance, a barbecue down by Woolner, outdoor thing. Me and Black Supreme and Fire Kids Teeny. But the type of songs that I was playing, they couldn't believe it. So them say, Stars, watch out the sound feel. I said, that's my shot at that, you know. But now nobody for really do that. Me have a little youth named Sugar Finger, a big man named Sugar Finger. But they're around me more time. But sometimes the people cuss him out and say him drink too much. But I mean name him Sugar Finger too. So Sugar Finger, they're on the thing. So Junior D come in. I think Reaction tell him say, Stars need a little man around the sound to energize it with him. You know? So him come in. Him convinced me if he give him the song them for fix in a theme file. And I said the way the songs are on my laptop, I know how to find them.
Got you.
So him take it and say he's gonna arrange it in a different arrangement. So I give him the opportunity to do it. But I still never hear Junior D play a song before.
Oh, you didn't hear him play at this time?
No, I never hear him play a song before. I went to the Irish and Chin thing when they were qualifying to do the
Canada Rumble.
The Rumble. And one thing he said on the stage that night that it shocked me. He said that the hard part of it, that's a juggling, he break through that part. So he's waiting now to play all foundation songs. I said that is something that you need to keep to yourself. You don't need to tell the crowd that. So when he come now, I know that he was on the stage and carrying on. So I say, okay, let me see if me and this guy can take it to a different level. Because his experience with working with a certain type of crowd, according to what I saw, at Rumble. So I say, you don't know when God is going to send you an angel. So I said, let me work. Once he started to put out, the same day that I give him the songs, he was at a dance that night that Junior D was booked for. And he was playing my songs. And everybody in the dance was shocked and say, somebody there, play your songs, you know. I said, don't worry about it. I will take care of it. So I call him and say, you got the songs to arrange it so that we can go out and we know what's going on and the arrangement that you are happy with. Okay? Why are you at the dance playing the songs? You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not even on the sound yet. Okay? He says he's arranging. Whatever. That night is over. He wants to go to Jamaica. He wants to play the sound. I say, you cannot do that. Somebody's in Jamaica that is in charge of the sound. You can't just run down there and block these people over here and over here is playing. It look like I'm disrespecting who is over here. Eugene and them in charge. He still went to Jamaica and played the sound. He come back. I say, what you're doing is not right. I went to Africa because I was down there January and February last year. When I come back, there's a poster out that I'm playing downtown. I say, you can't be booking the sound. I am the one that booked the sound. I decide where the sound goes and when it goes. You can't do that. I didn't go to the function. Nobody actually went. Because everybody was calling me. I think Star was in Africa. I see him on TV down there doing an interview. I see him on King Lagazi doing interview. What's going on? I tell him that these people that you're running after downtown is people that I play downtown with all the time. They know who I am because it's downtown boss me back in Canada.
Downtown?
Yeah. Cultural scene and it's them.
Noble Works and those type of guys there.
Yeah, it's them giving me the most date down there. So everybody down there know me. They don't know you. You can't book the sound. Leave that to me. Well, it moved from there. It goes on to every week. Junior D is not doing it now, you know. He's bringing somebody on the sound that I don't approve of. I say, when this person can play the sound better than me, I'll step back and say, go ahead. I'm not scared of doing that. When a man is great, you can't underrate. This guy's doing Calypso every week, African Star logo. I say, you need to contain that. He is mad with me. But I'm doing dub every week because we expect virus to hold on and we are going to hit the road. So I'm doing dubs every week, preparing for what is to come. I say, I really can't work with this guy putting me up every week, you know. And I'm not really, I don't really approve of this guy on the sound. You have to prove that he can play the sound. He don't talk the mic. He can't find songs. So I say, why we need him for? We bill it, then we can invite him in. I'm not putting his name on no dub and he's getting mad. I'm not doing it because I'm not planning to go forward with him.
So, but what was the initial arrangement coming in was Junior D was supposed to arrange the songs and he was on the song, or what was the initial thing going in?
Well, I'm not in the dance like them, but I can find my songs. And I have tons of dub plate over here. So if I'm coming to your dance and you're going to do a soul dance, I'll say, but I have some soul tune over here. I'm going to put them on the laptop. I'm going to put them on the laptop. I'm going to such and such a dance. I have some song here. Let me put them on the laptop. So each time I put my songs on the laptop, I know where to find them because I'm not the computer genius that these younger guys are. So he say, he will arrange it better. I say, I can find my songs. I know where they are. If you say, I'm going to do that and I'm going to find it. Okay, you arrange it the way you think you can do it better than me. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. So he claimed that he arranged it. We don't have a dance. I can't just do $40,000 worth of dub and give you it to play on IG every night and give your friend that I'm not approve of to be out there playing. So I say contain that guy that have my thing up every week that I'm playing on a calypso dance. We don't play on those dance. Never, ever once in our life. We don't play. So I think he's mad with me and I'm not putting his name on no dub. He's mad with me. And I'm doing big dubs and lots of dubs. And he will come and I play 4 or 5 dubs this week. Next week I do the same. I say when I go to do dubs, I don't have no sense. I'm crazy. I will phase out all those dubs that you have. And he realized that I will do that.
So it was just a situation where I guess he wasn't hearing what you were saying and you weren't hearing what he was saying type of thing.
He come to take over the sound and direct the sound. I say you don't know the business as I do, so you cannot do that part.
But wouldn't it be where if we're in a 2021, 2020 type of setting where, okay, he's the younger guy, he would know how to play the song on the road type of thing?
That's what I was thinking. But at the end of the day, we end up doing Juggle Ugly. And when we end up doing Juggle Ugly, he wants to play the song. So he arranged on his laptop the writing so fine that I can see it. I say, okay, I have my laptop there. I say, you guys play. I stand up there, I watch them. I'm not saying nothing. Sometimes I whisper in his ears. I say, do you see the comments? The people are saying in the comments, take the sound from him. Boy, an idiot. And they're pulling him down. Some people say, oh, Star Vex. The next man put up, you don't know Star. Star will stand up there all night and don't say anything. And I'm giving them their break. A guy play a dirty song against us. We have 100 dirty songs that we can draw back on him. We have some bad Ninja Man and some mad thing. But they're playing in, what they call it? When they
Like a folder?
Yeah, when they pre-set what they're going to play. I say, our sound never play like that. We go to dance, and if you play this, we play this, and you go around here, we go around there. That's what I'm used to. I never used to this playlist type of thing. So if I go to a dance, and I put a playlist, and you come in and you play 7 or 8 songs from the playlist, I'm in problems. I say we don't do that. We know what we have, and we wait until you play this, we play that. Okay, we finish that dance. We have a next dance coming up. I say, I am going to play on this dance and let you hear my difference against you, and you can say, well, I never play better than you or whatever, or we can discuss that. But when I went to the dance, I put up my laptop, I put up my mixer, everything. I am going to play. You're going to hold a mic. I don't talk on mic. I can't go to a mic, a dance and tell nobody suck your mother and all these kind of things.
That's not your...
No, that's not me. I'm not there. That's your job. And I still don't want it on my sound. If you listen to my sound from day one, we never do it. We never do it on our sound when Troop and everybody else was doing it. We never do it. I say, okay. And I play the dance. And all the younger generation that was there playing against me, 3 or 4 sound, they want me to continue to play. They say they learn a lot from me. I played excellent. He was standing there. Here they all want me to play a next round when it was 3 o'clock in the morning. We need to go. And I look up on my phone for all these guys that were there, different sound, and ask them how did Stars play. They all say I played great. So he's mad. So he's trying to get back on a next sound. I didn't have any problem with that. So when he come and say, boy, you have a wicked sound, da 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 da. I say, okay, all right, no problem. Next thing I know, he's on the next sound that he disrespect all these people, and he's back on the sound. Don't make no sense to me. When he came on my sound, most of those people that he's bigging up call me up, Star, shouldn't put a boy up on the sound, you know. Boy, that idiot, you know. You want me licking my face for you? I said, no, we don't deal with it like that. We don't deal with it like that. He will play out himself. Because I will make sure I hold that rope tight enough for him to play out himself. So I was doing lots of special, let him hear it, all different caliber artists, and I wasn't putting his name on any because it's not going to last.
Okay, let me ask you this. As somebody that's had a song from in the 70s to right now come up till 2021, would you ever say you would have a problem relinquishing control to somebody else? Say, you know what, you play this out. I'll just stay back here and watch what's going on, or that wasn't the situation at all?
I did that for a lot of years with Val, Gary, Boxer, all of them, because I see that they were doing what I expect of sound, and I give it to them, and I step back. But right now, I have some younger guys right now around Eglinton area that I've been teaching this thing and getting stuff, specials for them to help them to elevate themselves as well, that I think will play better than him.
So you don't have a problem relinquishing control then?
No.
Yeah. It's just you guys just couldn't see eye to eye on that situation.
He wants to bring this guy along with him when he didn't prove himself yet.
So then that was one of the main problems you found. Okay.
From day one, I tell him that I don't need a third person on the sound. I need you to do what you're doing and let us understand that we have this thing going. You're pulling this guy with you, saying is your shutter. And when the next sound play a song, I see him go over there like a little baby and scrunch up himself in a corner. I say, never have a select on my sound that do that before. Even if he's going to go and play a lesser song and defend it, and the man himself couldn't find a song, and I can't see on his laptop, so I just go over and say, find such and such a rhythm, play so and so, and the whole screen light up again and thing get live. And I say, this guy can't tell me what to do. I say, next dance, I'm going to play. And if I'm not doing well, everybody there will know. And they will say, it's on YouTube.
Okay. It's just one of those situations, because, you know, I had Junior D. He gave me his side of the story. You came and gave me your side of the story. You understand? It's just pretty much that simple. But what it seems like to me, from day one, what you guys expected from each other probably wasn't really said up front, and then that caused a problem going in, and just more problem, till everybody left.
I keep on telling him that I don't need the other guy on the sound, and you was really supposed to be here helping me to embrace the sound as an MC, and we could both play the sound together. I plan to carry this guy to Europe with me. I can plan to come to South America with me. If all this COVID thing would be on those trips. Well, there's the next part of that again. When you're a family man, you don't pick up yourself and don't know when you're coming back. So I'm worried about that too. I'd rather to call Boxer and say, Boxer, we'll go Europe. Boxer, we'll go so. Or we have a next guy in Jamaica named Moffat that we bring on the sound in the late part when I was still in Jamaica when I came back. And me and Moffat would be ready, and they have the energy and everything, and I know what's going on with them. And not one of them, when I go to Jamaica and play the sound, sometimes Boxer is on the mic.
Okay.
And Boxer have to tell the people that it's not him playing the sound, it's me. Because I have the place on a fire. Now me I play the sound of Father there, I bunks it. So I know I'm doing good. Gary, same thing. Moffat, that night, as soon as we finished play at Jugger Ugly, I take up my phone right now and show you the text. People are texting me, say, Father, just stand up side of me, and me and you run the sound, and the sound, boom. These people ain't gonna let the sound reach nowhere. Because he want to be everybody's friend. Even when he's playing and it can't work. Me and Steely is friend. Me and Jamin is his friend. Me and Jar is friend. We play 100 times. But when we're going to dance, we're going to put a little piece of steel in the gloves. And when we're done, Jar again say, boy, I think he that piece of steel in the gloves. I don't think the gloves did normal. You know. I will laugh and say, yeah, Jar, me that look at thing up here. And the argument done, but he wants to be friend down to the last level and think this sound is going to pamper him when they're playing. When I tell him we have a thing in Jamaica, no matter who we are playing with, that we sit down every day and drink and smoke with, we just let them know that, hey, we don't have no friends in this dance until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning when we're packing up the sound. He doesn't have that attitude. He's trying to be everybody's friend and think that can let him accelerate to where he's going. And that's not the way this thing go. We are friends, but when we are in dance is a different situation. You have to play what you have to play to get ahead. I have to play what I have to play to get ahead. That's what I know ever since. I've been going to socialist roots and all these dance. You have to play what you have to play to get ahead. He's not done with that.
One of those things where you live and you learn. You tried, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
You keep it moving.
And I still have dates. I still have date this week and I still have date all over the place. I still play dance after he's not on the sound. And it's on YouTube too. And I go back for Sugar Finger and make him talk the mic. I play with Turbo, Voa, all of them. Since he haven't been on the sound. Maybe he was ashamed and thought I would take the sound from him when we were playing with Turbo and all them, and he looked bad. But I'm not the type of person to do something to let him look bad, because just in case it's gonna work, I have to protect that.
I got you. I got you. You know what? You said your piece, and it is what it is right now. 2021, what could we expect from either African Star, the sound system, or African Star Music, the label? What could we expect in 2021?
I'm not really interested in moving forward with the label, and to tell you the truth, I'm looking forward to leave this country.
Okay.
Back to Africa.
Yeah. That's where your heart is right now.
That's where my heart is. So everything that he was doing, it never shaked me. And my TV interviews that I did in Africa, it's pushing me over to Europe. It's COVID why I'm not over there. So I'm getting out of here in COVID right now, and I'm running with a sound. Not the sound. I have a sound here, but I'm getting something that can play outdoor. Line arrays and...
You love sound system, boss. If there's one thing I've learned, because this seems like this would be like your fourth sound that you built, and it's not a little joke sound. This is a sound you built. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know what Africa needs.
Yeah.
And everybody expect me coming back to bring a sound. Even if I'm not playing it, I can arrange something, and everybody come and play their part. When they draw me out and say they want me, there's certain dance in Jamaica that they tell you that they don't want Gary or Boxer or none of them to play the sound. They want me to play, and I must play until such and such a time. I give it to them. And I go and play what I know you want to hear. And then I give it to them.
Got you. Is your catalog online anywhere, or where's your catalog right now?
I haven't been setting up no catalog, but when you go to Google, they say over 5.5, 6 page stuff with me over there. You have Cassette Jones in England that started to put up tons of cassette on the internet with me. Jamaica, all over the place, putting out stuff with me all the time. When I least expect it, it's over there.
Yeah, I think with somebody like you with such a vast catalog of music that you've recorded, you need to have it digitized and on the Spotify. It's a streaming platform, because that's where it is now. You came from records days to CDs. Now to preserve that catalog, it needs to be out there somewhere. You know what I mean?
I tell you, I got tapes in Jamaica, this eye, all across there. From 4-track to 8-track to 16 to 24. Lots.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get some more music coming out of the African Star label, sooner rather than later?
I was thinking of doing a couple of rhythms because King Kuta and those guys on the radio in Africa is asking me why I don't knock up some rhythm and come down and let they produce some of those guys down there. So I possibly just do that to elevate their stuff.
Got you. But right now, you're okay with where you are right now?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with what where I'm at. To tell you the truth, I went in construction neatly, and most of them don't know. I had a program in Niagara Falls that is 7 condo and 7 stores and 3.9 acre land. So everything that I'm doing is just musically is just me.
Yeah.
I just like it.
You just enjoy it, but that's not really the focus where you plan on.
No, that's a game that is not paying anything right now. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
Whoever think that they can make money from it, that's only a hobby right about now. And I recognize that since 97, 98, doing special is elevating your brand. You can take it and say this guy's gonna start a new job and you're gonna give it to elevate him. Then muscle thing that, man.
As you said earlier, there's no resale value.
No resale value. No resale value. So if you don't have enough money to invest in that thing, leave it alone. I tell a lot of younger generation that want it. I say, hey, you can't sell back this. You're not gonna make a certain amount of money to play no sound. So you better know that this is like a drug habit.
Best way to say it, because it's very addictive.
It is very addictive, especially when you get 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 songs, and you say, you know, must have 8. And forget some more, and you don't have the money to do it, and you take the rent money and go and do it. Because you're trying to keep up to the next man's standard, which is hard. It's hard to get to the King Addis and whatever. He has that money to spend. You don't have that money to spend. And you won't see Ethan in a dance.
No. He's a ghost. Just like you're pretty much a ghost where a lot of people don't realize.
They don't know me. A lot of people don't know me. Even in Jamaica, they don't know me. I'm on the corner every day and they don't know that is me. At one point, they were calling me the Ninja Man. Because I was riding a 1000 Ninja. And they say, you mean the Ninja Man that him own the sound? The man that will ride a big bike? And I say, yeah, man, I'm the boss. They don't never see me around the sound yet. Me help string up the sound, me structure the sound. Sometimes I go to the studio, box have 10,000 US. I come from tour, box have 10,000 US in his bag walking around. For that, box up PM. Box have the money spending, not me. I go to a dance in Jamaica right now. I say, Eugene, ask them where they want to drink. They want to drink so. Buy them it. It's not me spending the money. Them have the money. I give them the money to spend. Most people don't know me.
You like to keep it smooth. Last one I got here for you before I get you out of here. You've done all this stuff from the 70s right now till 2021. When would you say was the highest point in your musical career? And when would you say was the lowest point so far in your career?
The highest point in the music career is about 89 to about 87, 88.
87, 88 to 89, so that 2-3 years type of window? Or you mean 98?
90.
So 87 to like around 98. So a 10, 11 year.
Because what was going on in Canada, I don't put it at a high point because we were only playing in Canada. We weren't playing nowhere else in the world. Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, that was my thing when I was here before. So I wouldn't put that at no high point, although it was going on good.
And when would you say would have been the lowest point in your career?
Starting out the sound in Canada. 78, 79.
And everything else was up and up from there.
And if I feel to push this thing right now, I can push it. Because what it needs to push it is papers. And we have all these people out there waiting to get their hand on the program to move it. So, but I don't see the music sound system going where it used to be.
Yeah.
It won't go there, no matter what nobody say.
What changed the business? Where did the business change?
The business changed since it got digital. Because everybody can go on YouTube and take off a song and say they have a song. But they wouldn't be going to the record store to buy records every week. So right there the thing changed. So we used to play records and dub plate in between time and deal with the dances. The people don't want to hear 45 no more. They want to hear all dubs.
In a sound clash.
Whether a sound clash or not. If you're going live right now, you're playing a lot of 45. No matter how good you're playing, they're not listening to you. That part of the music break down. If you go on, you're playing all dubs, they will listen to you. So there's a certain part is lost. I don't see it coming back.
I could understand, especially a digital part.
Yeah.
That's when everything definitely changed. That's
Yeah.
when you could email somebody you've never met and get a dub, and you've still never met them. You email them back the money and everybody's happy.
I don't go to Jamaica and if I want a song, I just call and say, hey, you can't find Leela? And them say, yeah, man. I say, find her for me and tell me what she want. And then find her and vice her, and tomorrow me have the dub.
In your email. Yeah. One time you'd have to wait for the FedEx. You have
Right.
to know somebody down there. It was a lot more, there was a lot more barriers you had to jump to get into the business.
These selectors in Canada, because I know with some Brits and them from long time and all these sound over jungle, them used to call me in Jamaica and say, I have a clash, I want a song, I'm going to go on my voice a song, dub plate, put in the dot, FedEx it to them, I'm out of airport, I wait for them dub.
Crazy. They wanted to check you out online. Where could they check you out online? Anything you're doing, they want to catch up with you. Leave some information before I get you out of here.
You know, me don't really care about the online thing. It's mostly if me come and do something for you and you put it up. But like some people, as they do something, they put it up and they crazy about it. I don't take that route.
That's not your
But,
thing.
yeah, African Star Sound System, most things them put up there.
Yeah. You'll find it.
Sometimes people pull my name and I said, who's putting up all this stuff with me? Crazy stuff up there.
Yeah. It's when you've done so much in the business, a lot of people admire it, even if they don't know it's you directly. The internet is a wild place. You'll find all type of stuff. You'll find so many stuff that you didn't even remember on the
Right.
internet.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Any big up who you want to big up. Any last words right now? The floor is yours right now.
Well, we give thanks and praise for life and bless up all of the artists and the musicians them and all the people who keep the thing going, you know?
Just like that. Father Star.
Yeah, that
It's
cover
been-
all you too. Keep the thing going.
You understand 100% Big Boss, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Thank you so much for sitting down and doing this, because I know you don't do a lot of interviews, and I've been trying to make this happen for a while now. So thank you for, you know
I
what I
tell you
mean?
the truth. I think when I come back from Africa, Junior D say, must want to interview both of us. And I look at him and say, but we're not doing anything to take an interview. What are we going to go up there and tell them? Something that is not happening?
But here you are now, you know what I mean? Maximum respect. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, Father Star.
Give thanks.
You know what I mean? Let me give you an outro and get you out of here, all right?
All right, King.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.